Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. So today is the day that I customize the Kizer Sheepdog, or mini Sheepdog, for the giveaway. And again, thank you for bearing with me. Just been really busy with orders, and I finally got time to get to this. So really quick, let's just throw the specs up on screen, and I'll just talk a little bit about it before we get to customizing it. So this is a flipper style blade, as you guys can tell from the big flipper that it has. And it's really smooth due to the fact that it's riding on bearings, so just really smooth action. You have a sheep's foot style blade with 154 cm steel. You got a kind of a light blue G10 scales with a blue pivot collar. It is a liner lock, and you have a non-reversible pocket clip. And there has been some material removed inside the liners just to reduce a little bit of the weight. Now this is a surprisingly comfortable blade. The ergos on it are really good for its size. Now my medium to large size hands, I can get almost all of them, so I have about half of my pinky is on the end of the handle, but again, very comfortable for its size. So I'd say the ergos are really good on this thing. Now my only issue is when you're trying to drop the blade with the liner, it doesn't fall down far enough for the detent to actually get past that blade section. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But in order to fix this, I think I'm just going to try and put a nice ball detent ramp, and that should fix that little issue. So that's one of the changes I'll be doing on the blade. And speaking of changes, let's just get into what I'll be doing. So first off, I will be creating brass scales with a unique look to it. I'm going to kind of put some lines through it, but you guys will see it once it's done and finished. I'll be etching the blade itself, the aligners, and the pocket clip, and then giving them all a nice stonewash finish, just to contrast with the brass. And then last but not least, I will be doing a nice back spacer. I'm not sure what material yet, but it will be, again, contrasting with the brass. So now that we talked about it a little bit, let's take it apart and see what we're dealing with. Alright, so there it is, all taken apart. Pretty simple setup, nothing too crazy going on. So there you go. Let's get into customizing it. Alright, so here it is all customized. Now I'm just going to walk through what I did really quick, just so you guys have an idea of the little touches I did, mainly on the blade. But here you can tell the scales are completely different, and I think they turned out really, really good. Super happy with them. Let me know what you guys think down below. I just really wanted to do this kind of sun ray or sunbeams kind of look, just to kind of match the logo of Kizer. Maybe it's just me, but I noticed that there's these almost, I mean, to me it looks like a pineapple, but I kind of get that sun ray kind of effect, and I figured it would go well with it. Although I haven't put the knife together yet, so I'm just as excited as you guys. I did want to mention that I did put a ramp on the blade, just for the detent ball to just to have easier access onto the blade, and it did fix the problem of it dropping shut, so I'll show you guys that when it's all put together. Etched and stone washed the blade, as you guys saw in the video. I did the liners as well. Etched and stone washed the pocket clip, and then I actually heat anodized all the hardware, just so it kind of has a little contrast against the brass. And I decided to leave the blue pivot collars out, just because I didn't want too much of a distraction going away from the scales. And then the last thing I created was a backspacer from the forged carbon fiber. I had a little extra material and I didn't want to waste it, so I figured I'd put it to use. As you guys can see, it has a nice little shimmer to it. If I can get it on camera, there we go. So you have these little slivers of light coming through. So, and I did chip it a little bit here, but I will fix that before I actually give it away. So that is what I did. Now enough talking about it, let's put it together, because I'm just as anxious to see this thing all put together. Alright, so here it is all put together, you guys. And I am really happy with this thing. Just came out really, really nice. And again, that kind of sunbeam pattern on the scales just really make it something else. I think it goes really well with the blade. And again, with the logo of Kizer. And then just a really good contrast with the parts that I etched and stonewashed. And it still functions, I hope, really good. Yeah. So it flies right out just like before. So there it is deployed. And yeah, it just looks really good. I'm really happy with it. Again, let me know down below what you guys think. And again, this is going to be going to one of you guys, since you guys are so awesome and supporting me and just helping me along the way. And can't thank you guys enough. So let's see if this thing will drop shut. So that ramp, I don't know if you guys remember from the beginning of the video, but whenever I tried to close it, it would go down on my thumb, I would wiggle it, and then it would open right back up. So that ramp actually allows me to get past that, basically just the flat edge of the blade. So now it just actually gets past it, and you're able to wiggle it down and it closes. Functions beautifully, and it does have a different sound since it is basically all metal now. So it just has a more of a solid sound. And I know I said that I heat anodized the barrel spacers, but I figured if whoever wins this, if they don't want the back spacer on there, they can just take it off, and then the barrel spacers will actually be same color as the other hardware, so you're fine if you do want to go that route. So I basically created the rays, with some sandpaper. I went just up and down, and then I gave it a nice satin finish that goes horizontal or opposite of the grain in the rays, so you get that good contrast. So again, just super happy with it. Looks really, really good. And we'll see if we can get the back spacer to do its thing. If I can get it in the right light, you can see those little slivers. There we go. So there's one. And yeah, it just kind of does its thing in the right light. Now that the Kizer is finished being customized, we can actually do the giveaway video. So I will post that shortly after this video for the giveaway. More than likely I'll be going live. But just keep your eyes peeled for the giveaway video, and then I'll put the instructions in there on how to enter for this giveaway. So thank you again. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as always, I will see you on the next one.